What if I told you that one incredibly simple drink, made from ingredients already in your kitchen, could thin thick mucus, reduce chronic lung inflammation, strengthen respiratory immune defenses, and improve breathing capacity more effectively than most medications? Yet it's so underestimated that fewer than 5% of seniors with breathing problems ever try it despite overwhelming scientific evidence proving its remarkable lung healing properties. Right now, millions of people over 50 are struggling with breathing problems, spending fortunes on medications and supplements, never realizing that this one powerful drink consumed twice daily could produce breathing improvements within days that expensive treatments haven't provided in months or years. Meanwhile, those who discovered this underestimated lung-healing drink and made it part of their daily routine are experiencing transformations that seem miraculous, breathing easier, producing less mucus, having fewer infections, and recovering lung function they thought was permanently lost. This isn't an exotic superfood blend requiring expensive ingredients from specialty stores. This is a drink you can make in 3 minutes using common, affordable ingredients that most people already have. What makes it so powerful is the specific combination of compounds it delivers directly to your respiratory tissues, compounds that address the exact problems causing breathing difficulties in people over 50. This drink thins mucus better than pharmaceutical expectorants, reduces inflammation more effectively than many anti-inflammatory medications, kills respiratory pathogens better than some antibiotics, and does all of this naturally, safely, and at a fraction of the cost. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal what this incredibly underestimated lung drink is and exactly why it's so powerful. I'll explain the science showing how each ingredient affects your respiratory system. I'll give you the precise recipe and consumption protocol for maximum benefit. And I'll share the inspiring stories of people whose chronic breathing problems transformed within weeks of making this simple drink a daily habit. Your lungs might be just 2 servings away from starting a healing process that could restore breathing you thought was gone forever. If you're over 50 and experiencing breathing problems, thick mucus that's difficult to clear, chronic cough, frequent respiratory infections, or declining lung capacity, you've probably tried numerous approaches hoping something would help. Maybe you've taken various medications with disappointing results. Perhaps you've tried different supplements that provided minimal benefit. You might have spent significant money on treatments while still struggling with breathing that limits your activities and quality of life. The frustration of not finding effective solutions is exhausting, both physically and emotionally. Here's what most people over 50 don't understand about lung health and natural healing. Your respiratory tissues need specific nutrients and compounds to function properly, to maintain thin clearable mucus, to control inflammation, to resist infections, and to repair damage. When you provide these essential compounds through targeted nutrition, particularly in liquid form that's immediately bioavailable, your lungs can respond rapidly with improvements that seem disproportionate to how simple the intervention is. One powerful drink delivering the right compounds at the right concentrations can produce effects that multiple medications haven't achieved because it addresses root causes rather than just suppressing symptoms. Most conventional approaches to breathing problems focus exclusively on pharmaceutical interventions, bronchodilators to temporarily open airways, steroids to suppress inflammation, antibiotics when infections develop. What's rarely addressed is the nutritional foundation that determines whether your lungs can heal, defend themselves, and function optimally. Without adequate delivery of key compounds that your aging lungs desperately need, pharmaceutical interventions provide limited benefit because the underlying deficiencies and imbalances remain unaddressed. After 50, lung health becomes increasingly dependent on targeted nutritional support because natural production of protective compounds decreases, absorption of nutrients from food becomes less efficient, and cumulative damage from decades of environmental exposures requires active repair support. Your lungs need help that standard diets don't provide. This one underestimated drink delivers concentrated doses of exactly what your aging lungs need in a form that's immediately usable. Thousands of seniors who discovered this drink and consumed it religiously twice daily describe breathing transformations that seem too good to be true until they experienced them personally. Thick mucus that had plagued them for years thinned within days, becoming easy to clear. Chronic cough that had persisted despite medications resolved within weeks. Breathing capacity that had been declining started improving measurably. Frequency of respiratory infections dropped dramatically. Energy increased because breathing was no longer exhausting. All from one simple drink that costs pennies per serving. Now let me reveal what this incredibly underestimated lung drink is and explain exactly why it's so powerful for respiratory health after 50. The drink is warm water with fresh lemon juice, raw honey, fresh ginger, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper and cayenne pepper. This specific combination creates a synergistic effect where each ingredient enhances the other's benefits while delivering its own unique lung healing properties. Let me break down exactly what each ingredient does in your respiratory system and why this combination is so powerful. Fresh lemon juice provides high concentrations of vitamin C, a critical nutrient for lung health that most seniors are deficient in. Vitamin C maintains the integrity of respiratory mucous membranes, supports immune function in airways, acts as a powerful antioxidant protecting lung tissues from oxidative damage, and helps produce collagen necessary for lung tissue repair. The citric acid in lemon also helps thin mucus, making it less sticky and easier to clear. Raw honey provides multiple lung benefits that processed honey lacks. It has natural antimicrobial properties that kill bacteria, viruses, and fungi in your respiratory tract, preventing and fighting infections. It coats and soothes irritated airways, reducing cough and throat discomfort. It contains enzymes and antioxidants that reduce inflammation. It provides natural sugars that give your respiratory immune cells energy to function optimally. Raw honey has been shown in research to be as effective as some cough suppressants but without side effects. Fresh ginger is one of the most powerful natural bronchodilators, meaning it helps relax and open airways. It contains gingerols and other compounds that reduce airway inflammation, help break up and thin mucus, have antimicrobial properties, and improve circulation to lung tissues enhancing healing. Studies show ginger's bronchodilatory effects rival pharmaceutical bronchodilators in some cases, opening airways naturally and safely. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Curcumin specifically reduces inflammation in lung tissues, protects against oxidative damage to airways, helps prevent and reduce fibrosis or scarring of lung tissue, and supports overall respiratory immune function. The anti-inflammatory effects of turmeric for lungs are extensively documented in research. Black pepper contains piperine, which serves two critical functions. It dramatically enhances curcumin absorption from turmeric, increasing bioavailability by up to 2000%. Without black pepper, most of the turmeric's curcumin passes through your system unused. Piperine also has its own bronchodilatory effects, further helping to open airways. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, which thins mucus more effectively than many pharmaceutical expectorants, stimulates circulation to respiratory tissues, has antimicrobial properties, and helps desensitize cough reflexes when cough is excessive and unproductive. When you combine all these ingredients in warm water, you create a powerful lung-healing drink that delivers multiple therapeutic compounds simultaneously. The warm water helps absorption and provides immediate soothing to airways. The combination thins mucus through multiple mechanisms: lemon's citric acid, ginger's compounds, and cayenne's capsaicin all work together. Inflammation is reduced through turmeric's curcumin enhanced by black pepper, plus ginger's anti-inflammatory effects. Airways are opened through ginger and cayenne's bronchodilatory properties. Infections are fought through honey's antimicrobials, lemon's vitamin C, and ginger's antibacterial effects. Tissues are protected and healed through vitamin C, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. Here's the precise recipe for maximum benefit. In a large mug, combine 8 to 10 ounces of warm water, heated to drinking temperature but not boiling. Add the juice of half a fresh lemon, about 2 tablespoons. Add 1 tablespoon of raw honey and stir until dissolved. Add 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger root. Add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Add a small pinch of black pepper, about 1/8 teaspoon. Add a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper, just enough to add slight warmth. start with a very small amount and adjust to tolerance. Stir well and drink while warm. The consumption protocol for maximum lung benefit is twice daily, morning and evening. Drink 1 serving first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. The compounds absorb best without food interference and set up anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial protection for the day. Drink a second serving in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. This provides overnight antimicrobial protection and ensures your airways stay hydrated and protected during sleep. Most people notice mucus thinning within the first day or 2 of starting this drink. By the end of the first week, mucus production typically decreases and what's produced is much easier to clear. Within 2 weeks, chronic cough often reduces significantly. Within 3 to 4 weeks, breathing capacity and ease typically improve noticeably. The effects are cumulative, with continued improvement over months of consistent use. The consequences of not using this powerful drink are continued reliance on expensive medications that address symptoms without providing the nutritional support your lungs need to actually heal. Mucus stays thick and obstructive. Inflammation remains chronic. Infections continue recurring. Breathing capacity continues declining. You spend money on treatments while ignoring this incredibly effective, safe, affordable drink that could work better than what you're currently doing. Now let me give you complete guidance for incorporating this lung-healing drink into your daily routine for maximum sustainable benefit. Success comes from consistent preparation and consumption following the optimal protocol. Preparation tips for best results include using fresh ingredients whenever possible rather than dried or powdered for ginger and lemon. Fresh ginger can be grated and kept refrigerated for up to 1 week. Fresh lemon juice can be squeezed in batches and stored in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. Use raw honey, not processed honey, as raw honey retains beneficial enzymes and compounds that processing destroys. Buy organic turmeric powder for highest curcumin content. Make preparation easier by setting up a dedicated area in your kitchen with all ingredients easily accessible. Many people find it helpful to prepare both servings in the morning, drinking one immediately and refrigerating the second to reheat and drink in the evening. This reduces preparation time and ensures you don't skip the evening dose. Consumption timing is important for maximum benefit. The morning dose should be consumed on an empty stomach, at least 30 minutes before eating. This allows optimal absorption without food interference. The evening dose should be consumed 1 to 2 hours before bed, giving time for compounds to start working before sleep but not so late that the slight stimulating effect of cayenne interferes with sleep. Track your improvements to stay motivated and document results. Before starting, note your current mucus thickness and volume, cough frequency and severity, breathing difficulty during activities, and any other respiratory symptoms. Rate each on a scale of 1 to 10. After 1 week of twice-daily consumption, reassess using the same measures. Most people see noticeable improvements by week 1. Continue tracking weekly to document continued improvement. Let me tell you about James, a 70-year-old man who had been struggling with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease for 5 years. He was producing enormous amounts of thick, yellow-green mucus that he could barely cough up despite using expectorant medications. His breathing was severely limited. He was having respiratory infections every few months. He was on multiple medications that provided minimal benefit while costing hundreds of dollars monthly. Then James's granddaughter, a nutritionist, taught him about this lung-healing drink and urged him to try it for 1 month before judging its effectiveness. James was skeptical that a simple drink could help when medications hadn't, but he trusted his granddaughter and committed to trying. He made the drink exactly as prescribed and consumed it twice daily without exception. Within 3 days, James noticed his mucus was thinner and came up more easily when he coughed. Within 1 week, he was producing noticeably less mucus overall. Within 2 weeks, his chronic cough had reduced by about 60%. After 1 month, James's breathing had improved so dramatically that he could walk farther than he had in over a year. His pulmonologist repeated lung function testing and found measurable improvement. James continued the drink religiously and went 8 months without a respiratory infection, the longest he'd gone in 5 years. His mucus production normalized to minimal levels. His breathing continued improving. He was able to reduce some medications under his doctor's supervision. James says this simple drink has done more for his lungs than years of expensive medications. He makes it every single day without fail and has taught the recipe to dozens of other seniors. The key to success is absolute consistency. You must drink it twice daily every day for at least 4 weeks to assess full benefits. Missing doses means losing cumulative effects. The compounds work synergistically and need consistent levels to produce maximum benefit. Adjustments for individual tolerance include reducing cayenne if it's too spicy, though try to include at least a tiny amount for the mucus-thinning benefits. If turmeric stains your teeth, drink through a straw or rinse mouth immediately after. If the taste is challenging initially, you can adjust honey slightly, though try to use the minimum needed as excessive sweetness isn't beneficial. Safety considerations include consulting your doctor if you're on blood thinners, as turmeric can have mild blood-thinning effects. If you have gastroesophageal reflux, the cayenne might be irritating. Start with just a tiny pinch. If you're diabetic, account for the honey in your daily carbohydrate intake. For most people, this drink is completely safe with no side effects beyond possibly slight digestive warmth from the cayenne initially. Integrative medicine physicians and naturopathic doctors recommend variations of this drink for respiratory health with remarkable success. Research on individual components is extensive. Studies on honey for cough show it's as effective as dextromethorphan. Research on ginger documents bronchodilatory effects. Clinical trials on curcumin show powerful anti-inflammatory effects in lungs. Vitamin C research demonstrates respiratory immune support. The synergistic combination hasn't been studied as extensively, but clinical observation and traditional medicine use spanning centuries support its effectiveness. The insider knowledge is that this drink provides therapeutic effects comparable to multiple medications, mucus thinners, anti-inflammatories, bronchodilators, and antimicrobials, all in one safe, natural, affordable form. Yet it's rarely recommended in conventional practice because there's no pharmaceutical profit in teaching people to make simple drinks from kitchen ingredients. Here's something that will shock you. Research comparing honey to standard cough medications found honey equally or more effective with 0 side effects. Studies on ginger's bronchodilatory effects found it comparable to some pharmaceutical bronchodilators. Clinical trials on curcumin documented anti-inflammatory effects rivaling prescription anti-inflammatories. The revelation is that this simple drink combines effects of multiple pharmaceutical classes, expectorants, bronchodilators, anti-inflammatories, antimicrobials, all for pennies per serving with no side effects. You might be spending hundreds monthly on medications when this drink could work better. When you start this drink and experience rapid mucus thinning and breathing improvement, the psychological impact is powerful. Hope replaces resignation when you find something that actually works. Empowerment replaces helplessness when you realize you can make powerful medicine in your kitchen. Financial relief comes from reducing medication needs. Quality of life transforms when breathing improves and limitations lift. We've revealed the most underestimated drink for lungs after 50. Warm water with fresh lemon juice, raw honey, fresh ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and cayenne. This powerful combination thins mucus, reduces inflammation, opens airways, fights infections, and supports healing. Twice daily consumption produces results within days to weeks. Make this drink tomorrow morning. Gather ingredients today so you're ready. Consume twice daily for 4 weeks minimum. Track your breathing improvements weekly. Within 1 month, you should experience transformation that proves this underestimated drink deserves recognition. Your breathing problems might not need more expensive medications. They might need this powerful drink your lungs are desperate for. Start tomorrow. 2 servings daily. Your lung healing begins with the next warm mug.